Hi, my name is Megan Texan.
And I'm Nathan Lim. Today, we're going to be going over our final project, the Presentation of Learning, which is an overview of the AP English Language course.
So for today, we're going to be going over the overview of the AP English Language course. Next, we're going to be talking about the contents of the exam. After, we're going to be talking about accomplishments and goals, then our areas of growth, and finally, our personal experiences in this course.
So first is the overview about the AP English Language course. In this section, we're going to be going over 3 topics. The first one is the agendas, which is an important part of the class because it organizes your stuff. Next, we're going to be talking about note-taking. The different sections of your notebook are all equally important, and we're going to be talking about those sections. Lastly, we'll be talking about class discussions and the do's and don'ts of such an important class technique.
The agendas are really helpful to know the structure of the class for that day. The homework, as well as any other important announcements, such as upcoming tests, essays, and projects, can be found here. Below, we have provided 4 examples of what an agenda should look like. It is always important that you write the date down, as well as the contents for today's class, as well as the homework of that day.
Next, we're going to be going over note-taking. Your notebook will consist of 5 sections. The first one is the agenda, like we mentioned before. Next is the vocab development, where you'll compile also your grammar notes. Majority of your notes go here, and it is important to stay organized so you can keep tabs for your rhetoric and your analyses. Next is your journal entry section. This is devoted for writing essay prompts and quick writes, which is similar to what you'll see on the AP exam. Next is the reading comprehension section, which is a place to analyze pieces of text for understanding. Lastly, the homework section is where I'll compile all of your homework assignments.
Class discussions are a really important topic in this class. It can consist of debates, Socratic seminars, or just answering questions in general. There are some do's and don'ts to this. Some do's are always be respectful to your peers and always abide by the rule 3 before me, which basically means let 3 people talk before you talk again. Always listen to your peers when they are talking, and always summarize the points made by your peers and then share your ideas. Some don'ts is don't attack the speaker, avoid interrupting others, always refrain from using the pronoun you, and don't have any side conversations that are not related to the topic.
In this next subject of our presentation, we'll be going over the exam and the components that it consists of. Here, we will be talking about 4 sections of the exam: the multiple choice and the essays, which consist of the argumentative essay, the rhetorical analysis essay, and finally, the synthesis essay.
The exam breakdown. So first, you will encounter the multiple choice section. There's 45 questions, and you're given 1 hour. This consists of 45% of the score. You are given 5 sets with shorter stimulus passages. One of the essays you will see is going to be the argumentative essay. Basically, a topic is given where you need to argue your position on this topic using 2 or 3 supporting points, as well as a well thought out rebuttal. You will also encounter a rhetorical analysis. A nonfiction excerpt is going to be given to you so you can analyze the author's use of rhetorical choices and how it supports their purpose. You will also be given a synthesis essay. You're going to be required to read 6 to 7 documents, but you're only required to use 3 of them to support your essay's purpose. These documents can consist of text, images, or graphs. If you took AP World History last year, it is like the DBQ section.
For the essays, always refer to the scoring guidelines to see how to earn full points on the thesis statement, evidence/commentary, and sophistication. Remember that essays are 55% of the exam score, so it will cost for more than the majority.
The third topic we're going to be going over today is goals and accomplishments.
The AP English language class has allowed us to accomplish numerous goals, and here are just a few that we have seen. Writing with persuasion and effective stylistic devices, analyzing text with rigorous thought processes, identifying rhetorical choices, devices, and strategies, and modes of discourse, organizing information in a cohesive and compelling argument, growing knowledge and application on diction or vocabulary, collaborating with peers to further accentuate understanding of a topic or essay, researching information that is reputable and cogent, clear, logical, convincing, and finally, employing a personal style that is convincing and interesting.
Here is an example of an AP English language work. It is actually my descriptive poem from one of our assignments from the beginning of the year. You can pause the video here to read it, but I want to go over how over time your work improves. Standing for the position I am now completing the course, I know that my poem wasn't to the best of my ability. I could have used a high level of vocabulary words or just have a better sophistication in general. I wish I included a more descriptive tone and words in my poem.
For my example, I decided to put in a conclusion paragraph that I put into a rhetorical essay assignment near the end of the course. Notice that my work is more sophisticated and it shows evidence of sophisticated thought. The rubric indicates the score that I've received and how over time I have been able to grow more from the course about rhetorical devices, strategies, and choices and compile it into an analyzed thought point of view.
Our fourth section we're going to be going over is our areas of growth. So basically our personal areas of growth and where we had weaknesses.
For me, I had many weaknesses before coming into the AP English class. For example, I had weak organization skills, I had trouble participating in class, I had lack of intention, and also I was conflicted with sourcing documents and providing commentary. However, being in the course and learning the materials in this course allowed me to change these weaknesses into the opposite strengths. I learned to implement sophistication into my writing. I now am comfortable with sharing my perspectives on ideas. I learned to follow methods in which I can analyze literature. And finally, it is easy for me to cite evidence clearly and with sufficient commentary.
Like Nathan, I also had numerous weaknesses entering the course. I had a difficult time comprehending passages. I also had very little to no understanding of what sophistication was. I also had trouble in participating during class in general, as well as problems managing time when it came to writing essays and doing MCQs. These soon turned into strengths. I learned how to organize my essay into a persuasive way, as well as grow my application and variety of high-level vocabulary. I am able to critically read now and annotate the passages and arguments. I also can demonstrate my use of rhetorical choices to bring my essays to life, as well as citing evidence and providing in-depth commentary.
Lastly, we'll be going over our personal experiences in the course. For me, this was my second year having Dr. Grekov as my teacher for English. Having AP Lang with her was very beneficial for me because I was able to grow my knowledge in important fundamentals of writing persuasively and stylistically. However, it is important to note that this class required a lot of my time and effort. It is vital to practice the materials in this class and work diligently. Since this is an AP class, nothing is easy. However, with hard work and paid attention in this class, results will be outstanding. Dr. Grekov is an amazing teacher and she has helped me and other students thrive in writing, speaking, and collaborating.
This is also my second year having Dr. Grekov. So having her for 10th grade English, I assumed AP English language would be a breeze when it came to knowing how the classes run. However, it was way different. It was difficult for me to balance all the assignments and keep motivated for all the essays and tests. Despite all this, her class actually helped me grow so much in writing and organization skills. Overviewing this whole year made me realize how much Dr. Grekov helped me prepare for the AP exam and write persuasive essays in general. On another note, I always struggled with being absent in her class because I frequently got sick and that hurt my grade. So I highly, highly, highly recommend you attend her class as often as possible, if not every block period. Her class helped me work in a variety of groups with friends or new peers I've grown to become to be friends with. Thus, I highly recommend you stay in her class. It is a bright beam of learning.
We'll be giving you some tips for success and advice to help you throughout this course. First, show effort. Effort is really important in our class. Dr. Grekov will never fail you for trying. Next, don't slack. Never fall behind and plan your work on time. Always participate. This is very crucial to your bi-weekly grades. Also, ask questions. Like the quote says, the only bad question is the one not asked. Ask questions because chances are your peers might have the same one.
Always talk to Dr. Grekov. Dr. Grekov wants you to succeed, so never be afraid to approach her about anything. She is very nice. Also, stay motivated. Junior year is a very arduous year to keep up with, so it's very important you keep on pushing through. Also, be mature. Always have a growth mindset and be open to new ideas or perspectives on points. Immature behavior is not tolerated in this class. Finally, strive for a 5. This is one of your biggest goals in this class, is to score a 5 on the AP exam. So it is very important you always put your utmost effort in all your assignments.
Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we hope that you find this helpful in your journey. Remember, your peers and Dr. Grekov want to see you succeed.